Good afternoon, children. Namaste to all of you. How is everyone doing? Good afternoon, Viplav. Good afternoon, Akanksha. Hi, Bhargavi. Hi, Katyayani, Durva, and everyone else who's here with me, my lovely dear children. Yes, so nice to see you all in yet another live session. So, yes, children, and I am back. This is Ambika, your biology master teacher, right here on this super amazing platform of Vedantu. Okay, I'm good, Amritpreet. Thank you so much. Okay, Namaste, Katyayani. Hi, Suchi. Hello, children. Yes, so let us get started. As you know, today we are going to be discussing an ICSE Class 10 chapter in one shot. It's going to be the chapter Photosynthesis. Okay? Right. Yes. CBSE student. Okay, you're a CBSE student. Yes, that's all right. I mean, it happens quite often, right? Especially on YouTube. ICSE students do attend CBSE sessions. CBSE children also attend ICSE session. Grade 9 children attending 10th grade sessions. So many things, right? So that's not a problem at all. So we will be looking at the very important chapter, photosynthesis, in one shot. Now let us get started with a positive quote. As always, children, sometimes we are tested not to show our weakness, but to discover our strength. I think that positive quote has been beautifully put in there, right? Okay, all right. So let's get started. I did see a lot of chats here, a lot of comments here asking if there would be a Menti quiz. So let me just answer that. Let me just answer that before we proceed further into the session, right? So, yes, again, look at that. Viplav is asking, ma'am, do we have Menti today? And I actually saw Suchi or somebody say, Viplav, yes, ma'am, sometimes prepares Menti for one shot series. So, yes, you were absolutely right, Suchi. Today also we will have a very quick Menti. All right. As always, a very short one. I think in one-shot series, it doesn't make sense to put really long Mentis. I mean, we've been doing that quite often in Umang series and all of that. So we will be discussing just 5 questions. Rather, we will just quickly have fun with 5 questions. All right. Okay. Hello, Anchal. Namaste, Aditya. Hi, Aruna. Okay. Your practical started and you have to go to school, Anusri. Okay. Anusri always has a lot of news regarding going to school. Okay. Take care, whatever you may have to follow. I mean, school's instructions can never be neglected. So take care, take all the precautions, and be very safe. Okay. Yes. Absolutely. Sugandha Nyamal. Thank you so much. Okay. Your next paper is of biology. Yes, guys, so we will get started. As you know, photosynthesis is one of the most concept heavy chapters, right? How many of you here who are like not sure if you will be able to do well in photosynthesis? You think, this chapter, it's a little difficult. Photosynthesis has too many concepts to, remember. Me, says Katyayani. All right. Who else? Hi fi, Aryan. Not me, says Kate. Okay. No, ma'am, it's easy, says Dhyay. Okay, I hope I pronounced your name right. Me, says Katyayani again. Okay. Not me, says Anu. All right. Anjali says me. So I think I just have Katyayani and Anjali here who said it's me. And Shifali also right now says me. All right, children, those of you who think this chapter is difficult because these are the different concepts coming under this particular chapter, don't worry at all about it, children, especially if you are in ICSE board. As I always tell you, you don't really have to worry at all. In the sense, in my opinion, the way of testing in ICSE board exams is very logical. I mean, that's like my honest opinion, and I've even spoken to some of my colleagues, some teachers who teach other subjects, and they also have the same feelings. They also have the same opinion. As in, it may be deeper in terms of depth of the syllabus, but then ICSE has a very good way of testing your understanding, right? You are from CBSE, okay? Right. No, I'm not making a comparison between those two as in saying this is superior to the other. No, there is nothing like that at all. CBSE, ICSE, state boards, everyone does a fantastic job, no doubt about it. But I'm just saying, don't worry at all about this chapter or any other chapter at all, thinking that it's too much for you to study. The good thing about ICSE is that you will have to be a little more logical and memorize minimally as compared to many other boards. All right. Yes. So if you enjoy a lot of these live sessions and you enjoy mentee sessions, I mean, teaching plus mentee sessions like these, please come on and show some love and click on the like button right now. Okay, guys? As I always tell you, that's the quickest way of showing that you want more and more of these. As you know, all these in the last several weeks, we've been coming with live sessions, most of us, right? As compared to a couple of months ago. So yes, we will be coming up with more and more live sessions. And just in case you find any concept difficult, we have Umang series for you. We have got Bio Bites in 15-minute series for you. We've got VIP series for you and a lot more. All you need to do is find the playlist that you need. Okay? Righto. All right. So yes, what is photosynthesis? Well, of course, we all know that photosynthesis is a process by which living plant cells, which contain chlorophyll, they prepare food substances, which is chiefly going to be glucose that we are talking about. Okay, they prepare food substances, organic food substances from simple inorganic raw materials like carbon dioxide and water using light energy, using solar energy. Okay, very important. So here, this would be happening in the presence of chlorophyll. Right? Okay, we all know this. All right. Now, children, as we proceed deeper, do have it in mind that we won't be discussing every concept in depth. As I told you, for that, you will have to look at the Umang series playlist, okay, and all the different playlists that we have. And for the process of photosynthesis, light and dark reactions, right, which many of you find difficulty with, please check out Bio Bites in 15-minute series as well. All right. Yes. So let us continue. Yesterday, that is Sunday, Anup sir came live. Okay. Yes. All right. Parsville, you are a little late, but that's all right. We haven't gotten into the fun part yet. So that's all right. Children, mentee will be happening in the second half. Okay. But I can't guarantee you how long it's going to take. Might be 10 minutes away from now. Might be 20 minutes away from now as well. So I want you to stay with me. Let us just focus on this, have an overview, and then jump into mentee. Okay, right. Now, why is photosynthesis important? Of course, it does provide food for all. So it plays a major role in the food chain, right? You all know that. All right. Yes. And then it generates the oxygen that we all and even any other aerobically respiring organism uses to breathe in, right? So food for all, oxygen for all. Now, talking about chlorophyll, which is the magical green colored pigment, which is found in plants, right? In cell organelles, which we call chloroplasts. Right. So inside chloroplast, especially like, yes, look at that. You need to have a very clear understanding of where you would find chlorophyll. So chlorophyll is found in, who can tell me here? Who will tell me here? Where would you find chlorophyll? Exactly, the pinpoint location of chlorophyll. Leaves, thylakoid. Yes, thylakoid. Yashvi says thylakoid. Yes, the thylakoid membranes actually. Okay. So chloroplast, as you very well said, Yashvi. Exactly. So children here are saying it rightly. I'm asking you about inside one individual plant cell, inside the chloroplast, where would you find it? You would find it in thylakoids. So these are it. The individual coin-like structures are called thylakoids. And a stack of these coin-like structures are called grana, or granum is a singular term. One single bundle of thylakoids is called a granum, and there are many different grana found inside a chloroplast. Okay, and they are connected by certain structures here, what we call stroma lamellae, and stroma is the aqueous fluid, the medium, the matrix, which is found inside the chloroplast. Okay, so children, for you to understand the process of photosynthesis inside out, you must know two major parts. What are they? thylakoids and stroma. Okay, so thylakoids and stroma are something that you must know to understand the process of photosynthesis, the phases of photosynthesis, I mean. Okay, now chloroplasts, as we know, are found mainly contained in the mesophyll cells. Okay, so inside spongy and palisade mesophyll cells of leaves, we would find chloroplasts, and they are found in the guard cells of stomata and outer layers of young stems. Now, of course, you also need to know K plus. Yes, Parsville, thylakoids are certain coin-shaped, coin-like structures which are found inside the chloroplast. Okay. Yes, Aruna, we will be looking at the same section today, okay, in this session as well. All right, so children, the K plus ion concentration theory, this is also super important for you to know, because the opening and closing of stomata depends greatly on the generation of the potassium gradient. For example, you need to keep in mind that chloroplasts in the guard cells, these are the guard cells, right? The bean-shaped cells, right? So those inside those guard cells, there are chloroplasts which perform photosynthesis. Now, as the end product of photosynthesis, obviously, glucose, ATP, a lot of energy would be released, ATP energy would be released as part of photosynthesis. Now, that energy, a lot of that energy is used to pump sodium ions from nearby or neighboring cells into the guard cells. Okay, that energy has to be spent somewhere. Some bit of that energy is used in pumping potassium ions, okay, of the adjacent cells or the neighboring cells into the guard cells. Now, when there is a lot of K plus ion inside the guard cells like this, there is a lot of potassium ions that are concentrated. Obviously, solute concentration would be high. When there is a high solute concentration, we say that osmotic pressure would be high, or it is hypertonic, right? And as a result, in order to bring about a balance, water spontaneously is drawn in by endosmosis. As you can see here, water gets spontaneously drawn in by endosmosis. And as a result, what happens? Guard cells swell up, they become turgid, and they pull apart. The inner walls of the guard cells pull apart from each other, and the stoma would be exposed. So this is the stoma. Stoma is singular for stomata. Okay, the opposite happens when there is no photosynthesis occurring, say for example, during the night time or something. Okay, when photosynthesis is not happening or ATP generation hasn't happened, that K plus ion, those K plus ions get generated, released back into the neighboring cells. All right, and as a result, inside the guard cells, it becomes dilute or hypotonic. From a hypotonic solution, naturally water would move out by exosmosis. So here there is endosmosis happening, right? Endosmosis over here. Here it is exosmosis, right? Okay, and as a result, the guard cells become flaccid. Okay, exactly, that would cause closure of the stomata. Yes, and there is also something called sugar concentration theory, which is closely related to this, but the difference here is that we don't talk about potassium ions here. We rather talk about it with reference to the glucose or the sugars which are produced as the end product of photosynthesis, right? So this is also something. What do you mean, ma'am? Why we live? Oh, why we live? Oh my goodness, Parvil is asking me like all sorts of philosophical questions. Okay. Anyway, children, now adaptations in leaf for photosynthesis, right? Something that you all must know. The leaves generally have a large surface area to allow maximum light absorption. Secondly, leaves are arranged at a right angle. If this is the plant's axis, leaves would be found at right angles like this. If this is the plant's axis, okay, say for example, leaves are found at right angles, more or less at right angles, so that maximum light can be tapped, right? This is the second one. Thirdly, the cuticle and upper epidermis. The cuticular layers are transparent, and there is the upper epidermis which allows entry of light. Now children, to show you the cuticle, upper epidermis and stomata, we have a beautiful 3D model here. Okay, so I will be showing you that in just a bit. Let us get into that and have a look at it. All right, let us move into a beautiful, yes, here it is. Can you all see this? Yes. Can all of you see this? You are coming to an English channel and asking me to uh, speak in Hindi, Ujjwal. All right. Yes, everyone can see this, right? Okay. So children, this is what it looks like. Look at it. Isn't it beautiful? It's a 3D model. And that looks like I am actually showing you the 3D, right? So I think in this view, it looks beautiful, right? Exactly. So this is the cuticle that I was talking about. The cuticle that I was talking about. This layer which has been peeled out. See that? This layer which has been peeled out like this. That is the cuticle. Look at this. Yes? Exactly. The same thing that Amritsar also showed. No worries, Ishita. The naming is clear to me, but probably because of network issues, it can appear a little pixelated. I'm not sure. Yeah. So probably you could try refreshing once. I have zoomed into the image as well. Okay. Yes, children. Good afternoon, Vansh. Okay. So children, okay. Cuticle, yes, cuticle is this layer. It's pretty much transparent so that light energy can pass through it and reach the epidermal layer. So children, as you can see here, this is the upper epidermis, right? Look at this. This is the upper epidermis, and here we have the lower epidermis. See that? This is the upper epidermis, this is the lower epidermis, right? Okay. Exactly. Cuticle is just a waxy coating. It's not made up of any cells. Okay, Amar? Cuticle is just a waxy coating which is there to prevent excessive loss of water by transpiration. Okay, right. So children, as you can see, just below the upper and the lower epidermis, in between the cells that you see are the mesophyll cells. Okay, the mesophyll cells are all that you can see here in between, and all these pink pipe-like structures, what do you think they are? They are pretty much pipes. Actually, I would say conducting tissues, right? We call them vascular bundles. Look at them from a side view. See that? The pink ones. They are, yes, vascular bundles. Killer visualization, says Subroto. Yes. All right. So, and as you can see here, there are a few associated cells also that you can see, like companion cells, friends of the cell, supporting cells, which are there, like bulliform cells and all of those. So bulliform cells, you don't have to know from a syllabus perspective, but I will just tell you because it's mentioned here, because the bulliform cells, in fact, they are cells which have the ability to store water. Okay, so they would be found in between the epidermal layers. Right? So in between the epidermis, you would find bulliform cells. And while there is a shortage of water, these are what would make the epidermal layers shrink up. Okay? Nice. Yes, children. Vascular tissue, Shwet, vascular tissue, which is comprised of the xylem and the phloem. What do you think they do? They help in conduction. They help in water and food transport. Xylem for water transport, phloem for food transport. Okay, right. So this is about xylem and phloem. But now what you need to know with reference to more details of this chapter, photosynthesis, look at this. Wow, look at the upper epidermis. What do you think these are? The stomata, the gut cells, this is the upper epidermis. See that? Yes, upper epidermis. Yes, exactly. Stomata, says Shreya. Exactly, the guard cells. This is an open stoma and this is a closed stoma, as you can see. See that? Zoomed in for you. And as you can see, okay, let me just zoom out a bit. Okay, let me just zoom out. This is the upper epidermis. I'm looking at it from a top view. Now look at this from a side view and look at the lower epidermis as well. Again, on the lower epidermis as well, you would see stomata. All right. It looks like a residential area, says Suchi. Okay. Yes, guys, children, you know what? If you enjoy these 3D elements here, we would be delighted to have more and more of these 3D elements and more of our sessions. Please click on the like button right now. I would love to get your responses on that. Okay? Righto. And guys, just in case there's anyone here who hasn't subscribed to the channel yet, this is the right time to click on the subscribe button as well, because there's nothing that you're going to lose. Okay, we don't ask you to pay anything to subscribe to an amazing YouTube channel like this, because you will only get the benefit of getting updates, the quick, the best, the fastest updates of all that we put up regularly on this channel. This is a very, very active channel for CBSE 9, CBSE 10, and for ICSE 10. Okay, and I would say motivational series, the tips and tricks series, and all of that is like completely open to everyone. Even adults would find it useful. Okay, right. Yes, yes, Anushri, stomata would be more on the lower epidermis. On this diagram, you don't really see it, but yes, because this is just one random section, just a random sample. Okay, Ritika's like, I will not subscribe. Children, I can only suggest. We would love to have you as our subscribers, but that's completely up to you. Okay, there we go. So, children, getting back into our session, getting back into our discussion of, the features. Right, photosynthesis, what are the features that plants have? So this is it. Large surface area, the leaf arrangement, the cuticle and the upper epidermis. Now that you have seen the 3D view of it, you would have an idea about how you can visualize it as well, right? Okay, and the large number of stomata as well. Children, what do you think of the 3D? More 3D figures, ma'am, says Samiksha. Yes, Samiksha, that's exactly what I was saying. Okay, apart from clicking on the like button, children, whatever you thought of the 3D element, please put it in the comment section as well. Okay, we have a very, very hardworking, dedicated team here at Vedantu who works exclusively on making these 3D elements. 3D is awesome, right? Absolutely. Thank you so much, children. They would be delighted to hear that. And please put it in the comment section as well. Okay? Right. Okay. These are more about the adaptations in leaves for photosynthesis. Thinness of leaves, chloroplast, extensive vein system. Vein system is what? You've seen that. The vascular tissues, right? Xylem and phloem. Those are also things that you have seen. Okay. Now, what exactly is photosynthesis? Well, by this time, you should be able to explain what exactly it is, right? During the daytime, sunlight falls on the leaf and energy of the sunlight gets trapped by chlorophyll, which is found in thylakoids, and that would use it to manufacture food for the plants and for everyone else as well. Yes, Adi, Menti will be part of this session. Don't worry at all. Okay, now, what are the raw materials for photosynthesis? Carbon dioxide, water, of course, sunlight and chlorophyll as well. Okay, but as proper ingredients, it would be carbon dioxide and water. Okay, chlorophyll is essential to tap the energy, which is solar energy. All right. Children, those of you who are finding it difficult to understand this concept, I would suggest check out the Umang series, check out the BioBite series as well. All right. Okay. So this is the chemical reaction. Now, children, this equation, as far as your board exams are concerned, it is super duper important because it can come for a full 1 mark. If you don't know this, the balanced version of this equation, you're going to unnecessarily lose that 1 full mark. Okay? Right. So glucose is a product, as you know, and it comes from the carbon dioxide. You know that also, right? And the water. It's from the water that oxygen would be generated. Okay, now coming to the phases of photosynthesis, children. Photosynthesis occurs in 2 phases, which are phase 1 called light reactions occurring in the thylakoids, and phase 2 called the dark reactions or the Calvin cycle. Okay, right. So that occurs in the stroma. Calvin cycle or dark reaction occurs in the stroma, if you remember. Children, this is super important for you to know. diagram based questions, or even a 1 mark question has a lot of possibility of coming up from this particular topic. Okay, yes. What do you mean? Fiesta is asking me, ma'am, do you know who is Abhishek sir? There is definitely only one Abhishek sir I know about. I hope you're asking about the same Abhishek sir. Okay, righto. Oh, thank you so much, Ishita. Okay. All right, children, I have just one request here. This is a platform that is meant for the purpose of discussing a lot of things which are intended to be useful for you students. Okay, and we all work very, very hard day and night. As you know, like for more than a couple of years, you would be part of Vedantu's YouTube platforms, right? So people who are here exclusively to spam, I would say this is not the place for you. Okay, it's my humble request. Please do not stay here. Okay, because we have a lot of children here who really, really love learning with us, and we are teachers who love working with these children. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, how sweet. Thank you so much, Parsville. Okay. So this is about the phases of photosynthesis. Children, you need to know this inside out. Light dependent phase or the photochemical phase. Okay, these different names also are something that you have to know. Light phase or photochemical phase, because this is initiated by exposure to light. As you know, this occurs in the thylakoids of the chloroplast, because chlorophyll is found in the thylakoid membrane. Okay. Yes. All right. Now, these are the steps of light reaction. Occurs in two major steps. First of all, activation of chlorophyll. Now, what happens is chlorophyll gets activated. Sunlight first falls on the leaves. The chlorophyll, which is found in the thylakoid membranes, it gets activated. Chlorophyll electrons get excited, okay, by absorbing this light energy. So those excited chlorophyll electrons, what they do is they have to utilize their energy somewhere. So what they do is they use this energy in splitting water, right? They split the water molecule into its two components, two major components, hydrogen and hydrogen and oxygen. And in the meantime, they also release electrons. This process by which water is split in the presence of light energy is called photolysis. Okay, now children, these three end products of photolysis, which are hydrogen ions, electrons, and oxygen, what do you think happens to them? Yes, super important for you to know. Oxygen, of course, is given out as a byproduct. Byproduct as far as photosynthesis is concerned, but our life-sustaining gas, right? Okay. Step 2, you did not understand, Shashi. So yes, all I'm telling you is the energy. In the first step, the electrons in chlorophyll get excited. In the second step, that energy is used to split water, because water is the raw material for photosynthesis, right? So this energy is used in splitting water into H plus and oxygen, while also releasing some electrons. Okay, this is called photolysis. All right. Yes. So these are the end products. Oxygen, I've told you what happens. And then hydrogen ions and electrons have their own respective fates. Hydrogen ions, for example, are picked up by NADP to form NADPH. Okay. Then the electrons are used for another reaction, which is to convert ADP to ATP by adding one phosphate group. So ADP plus an inorganic phosphate gets converted to ATP using these electrons. Okay, this process is called phosphorylation, and since it occurs in the presence of light, we specifically call it photophosphorylation. Okay, righto. I think this pretty much summarizes everything about the light phase and the dark phase. Light phase is also called photochemical phase. Light independent phase, it's also called Calvin cycle. Okay, and it's also called the biosynthetic phase. Where do I write that? Okay, biosynthetic phase. Okay, right. So one major thing you need to know here is, children, dark reaction does not require light energy. It is independent of light energy, but it doesn't mean that it occurs in the darkness. Very, very important for you to know. Okay. Now, in this, you can see that whatever end products were formed in light reaction, of course, oxygen is given out, but ATP, which is formed at the end of photophosphorylation, and the NADPH, which is formed by the hydrogen ions, all of this exits the thylakoids and it would go into the stroma of the chloroplast, and in the stroma this is where they would be used up. Ultimately, as you can see, carbon dioxide, from 6 molecules of carbon dioxide, 1 molecule of glucose gets synthesized. Okay, and this ATP is broken down into ADP and inorganic phosphates to release energy. Okay, yes, very important for you to know. And all of this gets recycled, regenerated to be used further and further in more and more cycles of photosynthesis. As simple as that. Children, in case you want, you can also have a look at the Umang series. I would seriously suggest having a look at that because we've discussed this in depth over there. Also, BioBytes in 15 minutes. Okay, process of photosynthesis. I've made a video for BioBytes in 15 minutes. Okay. My most punctual student Abhinandan is here, but today you seem to be not punctual, but you are at least here to attend the session. I'm very, very happy about that. Thank you, Abhinandan. Okay, children, so what happens to this glucose? Glucose, some of it either gets utilized immediately, some of it may get converted to sucrose, but much of it gets converted to starch, a polymer, gets polymerized into starch, and it's stored in the form of starch. Okay. Okay, I think that's about it. And there are also factors affecting photosynthesis, light intensity and carbon dioxide concentration. These are things that you have to know. With increasing light energy, what happens? And with increasing CO2 concentration, what happens? Right? Okay. So these are things that you will be able to answer once you have understood the concept. And increase in temperature, what do you think happens? Well, up to a certain limit, all of this does increase the rate of photosynthesis, but beyond a certain level, it would decrease or it would stabilize depending upon what factor we are talking about. Okay, right. Water content also. Scarcity of water would mean that a rate of photosynthesis goes low, because water is one of the major ingredients. Then nutritional deficiencies or any other internal dehydration or anything like that would also result in a drop of the ability to trap solar energy. Okay, so I think that's about it. Dehydration and everything else is given here. Structure of the leaf, in all these, the cuticle thickness, the distribution of stomata, size of the leaf, all of these are also features that influence the extent to which photosynthesis occurs. Okay, so Parswell is asking me one very valid doubt. Ma'am, dark reaction does not happen in dark. How? Okay, so Parswell, as I always keep telling you, dark reaction, the term dark reaction is actually a misleading term. Okay, it is more appropriately called light independent reaction. Okay, it's called light independent or dark reaction only because for that particular step to happen, sunlight is not required. Okay, so always keep in mind that it's not directly dependent upon sunlight, because for dark reaction to happen, only ATP and NADPH are required, and of course carbon dioxide. Okay, so it occurs pretty much parallelly at the same time as light reaction as well. Of course, Menti is there. So children, let us take a very quick break now, and you will have to know all about the experiments of photosynthesis as well. Okay, all the experiments related to photosynthesis. To make it easier for you, I have put it in the notes here for you. Okay, you can just go through it so that you will have the entire chapter in one go. Okay, so check out the PDF after we are done, maybe like a few hours after the live session happens, or you can come back tomorrow and download the PDF. Okay, righto. Children, get ready for Menti, but before that, let me tell you about Vedantu Pro subscription courses, because this is a super amazing experience for you. Children, I would personally suggest one very good part of Vedantu Pro subscription, wherein we have a lot of live quizzes and having a mixed population of children across the country and across the world. One very good feature is that um, replays of every session would pretty much be like an interactive one. As in, the quizzes and leaderboards would still be live, although you might be watching the replay if you have missed it while it was happening live. Okay, and of course, handwritten notes will be available to you after every single session, and all your doubts and everything would be solved in class. We'll be in touch with students outside class as well. Tests and assignments would certainly be designed in such a manner that they are guaranteed to improve your scores. Okay, and of course, plenty of micro courses, by which I mean topic level and chapter level courses are called micro courses. So these are all available for free as an added bonus for those of you who have subscribed to Vedantu Pro. Okay, yep. So and of course, crash courses for competitive exams also would be available for free. Yes, 9, yes, absolutely it is. Yes, Durva, it is 9:06 p.m. Okay. So children, as far as the pricing is concerned, I will just tell you all that. But remember to visit the link regarding Vedantu Pro subscription, which is given in the description box below and in the pinned comment. Apply the coupon code AMBPRO. Okay. So I'll tell you more about it now. A 1 month subscription. Okay. A 1 month subscription just for 30 days if you want to subscribe to this. And you would go ahead to apply the coupon code AMBPRO. This would mean that instead of 2,699, which is the normal cost for a month, you would end up getting it at just 1,349. Okay, so that means you are able to avail about 200 odd live sessions of all subjects: English, social studies, maths, science, everything. Okay, at just 1,349 rupees. And for those of you who want to stay with Vedantu till the end of this academic year, which especially for 10th graders is most likely going to be till June 2021, right? You can avail it at just 1,166 per month. Okay, so this is a special offer that you get. So obviously you have a better benefit when it comes to the second plan, right? So just for you to know, you could just go ahead and check out the per session price. So this would cost you ₹6 per session if you subscribe for 30 days alone, but for a longer term subscription it would come down to 5.83 per session. Okay, children, so you just subscribed yesterday. Is it, Samiksha? Okay. Would love to meet you all, children, in all of these sessions, because all these live sessions, of course, on YouTube, we will still be continuing to work hard, no doubt in that. But the main advantage of the Vedantu platform is that it's going to be highly interactive and you get a lot more personalized attention as well. Okay? Righto. Okay. So let us of course have a look at, yes, of course, children, as you know, this would be pretty much remember, keep in mind that this would be even more reasonably priced than your favorite packet of Lays and your favorite snack packets and chocolate bars. So certainly before it gets late, I would suggest try it out for yourself and then make a decision, because don't go by what another person says. A person might say good things or bad things about these, but I would suggest don't bother. It's up to you to experience it and see it for yourself. Okay? Right. Ma'am, both easy honge. I wish I could tell you an answer to that, Shinshan, but unfortunately, I'm nobody to tell you. Right, oh, get ready for Menti. Well, let me remind you that you now know about all of these, about carbon cycle, about photosynthesis, light and dark reactions, and all the experiments which are all part of the notes. So remember to download them. Right, oh, children, I will now get started with Menti. So be with me and share the link of this session with anyone you think would benefit from this. Okay. So yes, children, we are right here. Go to www.menti.com. Use the code 2305882. Use the code 2305882. Yes, Ishita, it's 2305882. Okay. Let's see, Abhinandan. We've also been thinking about it. The only thing is, we'll have to plan a little bit because it might clash with other sessions that we teachers also handle. Okay? No worries. We can completely understand because many of you have started going to school, right? Yeah. We've already been discussing about all this. Yes, sir. Ishita, I've been reading it out, right? 2305882. Children, quickly, quickly, quickly. The moment it's 50, I will get started with Menti. So please share the link with all your friends, um, regardless of whatever board or grade they may belong to, because always in Menti, more the merrier, right? My qualification is MSc. I'm a postgraduate in marine biology. MSc in marine biology. Okay. Righto. And we are good to go. I think let us begin. Let us have a look at all the amazing icons that we have. Wow, wow. This is super amazing to look at. 2305882. Shall we start? Dhruv, it's 2305882. Okay. Video of strategy from now. Okay. What do you mean? Yes, Suchi? I said in close up. Okay, Akanksha says ready, and I think a lot of you are ready. Yes, guys, 74 of you. And here goes question number 1. Right. You are the wolf. Okay, Suchi. Which of these occurs only in darkness? Photolysis, Calvin cycle, photosynthesis, none of these. What do you think? Yes, occurs only in darkness. Yes, Anchal, absolutely. Okay, okay. And your time ends in the next 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and your time's up. Okay, let us have a look at it. Children, none of these occurs only in darkness. Okay, this clearly shows me that you guys have either joined late or you were just having a gala time there without listening to whatever I was saying. Parswell even asked a question on this. Parswell, did you get this right? Parswell, tell me that. Did you get this right? Because you asked me, your question was why does dark reaction not occur in darkness? Yes, you got it right. Absolutely great. Okay. Dark reaction is absolutely what you are looking at right now. The dark reaction refers to the phase of photosynthesis which is not dependent on light, which is not directly dependent on light. Okay? All right, Anushri, no worries at all. For whatever reason, no problem at all. So, children, only 16 people have got it right here. No worries. There is nothing that happens exclusively in darkness and photosynthesis, okay? But there are stages like the dark reaction which occur independent of light. So, the name dark reaction is a little misleading. Okay, here comes question number 2. Those of you who've not joined Menti yet, quickly go to menti.com. The code is 2305882. Okay, right, it's here. The individual coin-like structures found stacked up in chloroplasts. What do you call them? Thylakoids, grana, stroma, or lamellae? The individual coin-like structures. Okay, Durva, I hope you've given me the answer on Menti as well. Go ahead, go ahead. Yes. Okay. Yes, children, and your last 3 seconds. 2, 1, and your time is up. Okay. Good job. This time, majority have got it right. 69 out of 95 people have got it right. Children, granum, 1 granum would be a stack of thylakoids together. Okay? So, grana refers to many different stacks together. Okay, great job. So, let's have a look at the first leaderboard for the day. Okay. Pranav, Dhruti, Anchal, Akanksha, Ishita, Vedant, Abhi, Genius, Pakshvi, Shreya. Good job. Oh, look at that. Pranav and Dhruti are like neck to neck competition. Great job. So guys, let's move ahead and look at question number 3. Those of you who've not joined Menti yet, the code is right here, 2305882. Okay, question 3 of the 5 questions that we have. Okay, right, so you're at the 13th position. Children, let me remind you, okay, as always, let me remind you, whether or not you come on the leaderboard is a completely independent thing. What is most important on a Menti quiz always is that you learn something. Menti is all about learning. Menti is completely about learning and not about negative competition at all. Okay? Who are you trying to prove by complaining about somebody cheating and somebody not cheating and all of that? Don't worry. Just bother about yourselves. Are you able to answer questions right? That's about it. So here comes question number 3. So, oxygen in photosynthesis is evolved from dash. Glucose, carbon dioxide, water, both B and C. Children, think about the phases of photosynthesis. In which phase is oxygen evolved? And where does it come from? Yes? I'm getting mixed answers. Quickly tell me the answer. Last 9 seconds for you. And exactly, leaderboard is secondary. That's why I'm showing you the leaderboard just twice in these sessions. Okay, and your time is up. Yes, majority have told me the answer is water, of course. Children, photolysis, as the end product of photolysis, H plus, oxygen and electrons would be released. So the oxygen gets released from water as an end product of photolysis. It's not both B and C. Okay, never mind. Here goes question number 4. Ready? Akanksha says misclick. Oh my goodness. Okay, Akanksha would perhaps be a student who has heard me say all this at least 50-60 times. Okay. Oops, says Adi. Okay, leaderboard now after the last question. Children, here goes question number 4. Okay, light independent reactions occur in the dash. Thylakoid, stroma, grana, or the chloroplast membrane. Yes. Quickly. Light independent reactions, which we also call Calvin cycle, dark reaction, biosynthetic phase. Some questions are easy, some are a little tricky. Yes, Vansh, I do agree. Your answer would be okay. Good job there. Children, light dependent reactions occur in the thylakoid. Light independent would occur in the stroma. Children, we are in the month of January. ICSE Class 10 children, I cannot forgive you for clicking on the wrong answer for this. Okay, and here comes question number 5. Okay, no worries, Mukund, no problem at all. Completely understandable. Children, last and final question on your screen. But let me remind you, if there's anyone here who's just joined in, the code is right here. You can still join us using 2305882. Okay, that's our Menti code. And if there's anyone here who hasn't subscribed to this amazing channel yet, please click on the subscribe button right now. We would love to have more and more children experiencing and making the best use of all the hard work that we do here. Okay, right, children. And your final question is up on the screen. KOH, potassium hydroxide, in photosynthesis experiments, what does it do? Absorbs carbon dioxide, absorbs oxygen, absorbs water vapor, or gives out oxygen? What do you think? Yes, you are very much late. It's Gagan. No worries though. No problem. You can watch the replay, but unfortunately Menti wouldn't be active. Yeah. Yes, children, go ahead. Potassium hydroxide, what does it do? Super important question, which can come as a part of section B. Almost every past year's paper has this. Okay, good job. All right. So yes, children, absorbs carbon dioxide is the answer. Potassium hydroxide is used in those experiments which are used to demonstrate the significance of carbon dioxide. So basically, we use potassium hydroxide so that we can check, we can ensure what is going to be the outcome in an absence of carbon dioxide. Okay, no problem, Gagan. Completely understandable. Okay, so there we go. Good job. Pranav is at the top. Good job with 4,883 points. So Shreya Sharma is at position 2. Dhruv, and we have Ishita. Shruti, is that Shruti? Okay. And the next name I'm not able to see, unfortunately. Durva. Okay, somebody ICSE Class 10, and then we have Durva, Dhriti, Ashrita, and Thomas. Good job, Pranav. Very, very well done. And the rest of you also, you have performed amazingly well. Children, always remember, as I tell you every time, Menti is all about learning. Okay, Menti is only and only about learning. Of course, about learning with fun, I would say. It's not about any sort of negative competition. Okay, please do keep that in mind. So Pranav and everyone who came on the leaderboard, hearty congratulations, guys. I would love to see you in more and more of my upcoming sessions as well, all of you. And in the meantime, remember the coupon code for Vedantu Pro subscription, AMBPRO. All right, and if you have enjoyed this, please do not forget to click on the like button, and I would suggest please put in your views, your comments about having more live sessions, about timing, as Abhinandan was saying, can we push it to 4 p.m. And maybe about the 3D elements, right? If you could put your feedback on that and overall what you think about everything that we do here on this platform of Vedantu, please put it in the comment section below. All right. Yes, so that's about it from my side. My Instagram profile ID is also given here for you. You can follow me, Ambika_Vedantu. All right, guys, so I'll see you in yet another amazing session. Until then, remember to stay happy, stay healthy, and take care. Bye-bye.